Hello, my name is Bettyna Reynolds, and today I chose to do my personal experience topic on I learned blank the hard way. What I learned the hard way was not staying in school, not listening to my parents, thinking it was cool to do whatever I wanted to. And I think I was I'd say about 16 when I finally thought that I was grown enough to not have to go to school, to get my education, hang out with my friends, and like I thought I was doing it big. I thought that was really going to get me somewhere. Well, as I grew up, once I got into high school, the challenges of, being kind of not a different, I wouldn't say I was a different child. I was just more or less like, I didn't want to hang with a lot of girls. I just liked to hang with the boys. It wasn't a lot of conflict. It wasn't a lot of issues. But, going through that, being hated on, and I just was like, school isn't for me. I also felt like, why should I have to sit here for 8 hours a day to go to school when I could be making some money for 8 hours a day? As soon as I knew about the work permit, oh my gosh, I was on my mom to get me this work permit just so I can work. I just wanted to have my own money. That was my only thing. Depriving my education, thinking it was cool. And now, as I sit back and I think, I'm just like, that was really the stupidest thing that you could have done. Not going to school to learn about the world around you, the different people, the different cultures, how everyone is different. Nobody is, the same, and nobody thinks like you, and, the world doesn't revolve you. I didn't even think that learning any of this stuff was important at the time. The only thing I thought about was, I'm going to hang out with my friends. We're about to go kick it. As long as I'm back home before my mom got there, I was good to go. Such a big mistake. When I look now, I see these kids out here, I'm just like, a lot of them are throwing themselves and throwing their lives away. Why risk it? I mean, there's so much, the teen pregnancy rate has gone skyrocket. I never wanted to be a teen mom. I knew I couldn't handle it. I knew it was something that just wasn't in the cards for me. But I mean, when that happens, not only is your education gone, it's also harder for you, and you have to grow up that much faster. I saw a lot of it with my friends. When I saw them going through it, I just didn't want anything to do with it. But I really wish that, if I can go back and I can do things different, if I can change the hands of time, I would go to school. I would listen to what my mom had to say. I would go to school. I would, go to college and try to get some scholarships. I mean, I've always been, wanted to do something with gymnastics, and, all growing up I wanted to be a teacher, and, you have all of these dreams and stuff you want to do. Well, none of the dreams comes true, or none of the dreams happen unless you get your education. It's a real touchy subject, it's I beat myself up a lot for it, only because I really want to succeed. The way that the economy is going today, it's really hard. It's hard for I'm not single. It would be hard if I was a single woman, but it's, I've got a husband. We're both making ends meet. We're, doing what we need to do, and we both decided to go back to school, which, puts the strain of, the extra hours and so forth. I mean, it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of extra work that I feel like is so unnecessary that you have to do when you just deprive yourself of just getting that education that you need at the time that you're supposed to receive it, and and take it from there. At 36, there's people that have the $1 million careers, or they're doing this, and I know I can have that. So going back to school is such a delight for me. I'm really learning a lot of stuff. It's it's helping me in my future, or it's helping me now, and it's also going to help me in my future. But it's helping me now at my current career, to the point, I'm able to utilize the stuff that I'm learning. I know it will help me to grow. It's going to help me to get further. Just encourage you, everyone, you know, not saying that this is like a public announcement, but I mean just saying, you know, take school a lot more serious. I wish I would have, and going forward, you know, I know I will. And everybody just needs to soak all the information up that they can as a sponge and go ahead and continue to get their knowledge.